breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. What the money and fame, the heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Gummy, back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Choking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ, first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat, chain, and plane. Fame name, that's insane.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Space to maneuver at the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes trying to lay one up deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 46 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. First carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal.
4th down. Or do you go ahead and kick a field goal? I think because you're going to end up giving a long field even if you don't score, I put my trust in my defense. I go for it and try and get the points.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Hunt is unable to get in on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of his end zone, Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Crawford. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Options to it, and the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing play? It's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
From the gun, Mariota. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back now with Charles Davis. Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return will stop right around the 25. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 24 yards. Mariota. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to strike for 6.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second down, Mariota eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. Now Mariota on 4th down. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll try to throw now. Mariota going underneath for Lewis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action here on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
And there's a run to be happy with. good, solid yardage, he'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now they'll run with Lewis. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will make our score 9-0. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And now here comes Kansas City. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Mahomes now on first down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. A little careless with a football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. Oh, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, rolling the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. I'm going to have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Mahomes now on first down. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Mahomes now to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, work with me, partner. This is the classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A second down throw here for Mariota. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it. Oh, wide open, complete. A big play that time for the Titans. 49 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Mariota dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
On 3rd down, it's Lewis. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Lewis has the first down and then some. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one. And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Following the out to the left there and complete to Howard. Oh, a nice spin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. This is Lewis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense. I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Now Mariota. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now. And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Mahomes to throw. This is caught. Watkins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And it's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First down, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, Mariota eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And out come the Chiefs now. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They run again with Hunt. And he's got some space here. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. A toss play to Hunt. And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ace! Ace! Z, Z, Z! Z, Z, Z! Check.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Complete to the tight end, Jason Morrow. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Mariota on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing is Mariota. And that is incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, After such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And they'll go on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And they'll run it here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 1st down, Mahomes. The throw left side complete. It's Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Normally sure-handed Sammy Watkins had it and lost it. That'll bring up 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Titans, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for